Welcome back, gamers. Welcome back to a very important Predecessor video. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Predecessor, about what is coming next, what I'm assuming is going to happen, and why these next few months are very important for Predecessor in general, and also some other events currently going on that you guys should definitely know about in the Predecessor community. Let's get right into this one. We've recently learned that this season is called Nature's Rebellion, and we've seen a bit of the heroes that are coming out. We of course know that Zinx, she's the last one that came out. We know that the next one is an original hero. We'll actually have a lot more to talk about this original hero in today's video. Moving to V1.2, it's going to be back to a legacy hero, and there's only 3 more heroes to pick from. There is going to be Yin, there's going to be Wukong, and there's also going to be Boris. My guess, because it's nature themed and because I know how much Meta hates Wukong and he is a mess to balance, and also the fact that Boris is a hero that would probably be completely new as well. I'm assuming that the next hero is going to be Yin, and then after Yin it can be either Boris or Wukong, but it's probably going to be Wukong and then Boris at the end. But that is of course just speculation from my part. And as for V1.3, there's going to be another original hero coming out, the Predecessor, and all we see is what looks like a staff. Maybe it looks like a big staff, maybe a plant of some sort. Actually, yeah, it looks more like a plant, right? Looks like something nature themed as well. The picture for the original hero is not really telling us much, if I'm being honest, but it is pretty interesting that we're getting one original hero after each other legacy hero. I think this is a much better system because we want to see what they can make. We already know what Paragon made. Of course, they will implement better kits than Paragon did, which has been the case for majority of the heroes. There's some that are not as good for sure, but I would say like 90% of the kits have been better than what Paragon had. Probably 95, actually even more. But what's more impressive is that they're actually going more into their original route, and that's what I want to see. I want to see what they can make to elevate the MOBA and really like stick out. Because let's be honest, right? Deadlock is on the market now. There's a lot of people playing Deadlock, and these next 2 months are very, very crucial for them. Maybe this next 6 months, if I'm being honest. They need to distinguish themselves from the normal Paragon and like MOBA feel that the game has. Of course, you still probably want to keep it as a MOBA because it's important. It's what it really is, right? I would want to keep it as a MOBA. I love MOBAs. I want to play MOBAs, but they need to be taking riskier approaches. They need to just make shit up. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you go back and just keep experimenting and just throw some shit at the wall. If it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, go back to the drawing board and try something else. But they really need to do something to get the attention of other players who play video games, right? So far, there's a lot of people who have seen Predecessor, and when they see Predecessor, when they see Deadlock, they rather be like, you know what, I like the movement in Deadlock a lot more, so I'm gonna play Deadlock. And I think that is probably the first key point that I want to bring out in today's video. They need to figure out a better way to make the game just feel good, to move around, remove all the animation locks, even steal something that Paragon the Overprime did when you can jump and Richter pull someone, when you can jump and Grux pull someone, where you can jump and Belka stun someone. Just allow people to use their abilities without restrictions, because restrictions will feel bad. Of course, you do want some restrictions, but you don't want too many. And I think that's the biggest thing why people tend to kind of like go away from Pred. So I would really, really much like to see them experiment with that stuff. But let's go a little bit more in depth about this original hero on V1.1 that's coming soon next patch. So we have all seen her in the Gamescom trailer. She showed at the end part. This is going to be the new hero. What looks like she looks like she's in dual lane, I believe. Yeah, that is definitely dual lane. And she has a gun or a rocket launcher of some sort. Off the bat, I'm just thinking she has some sort of flying ability because of the wings. She's also really high up on the screen, so I don't know if that's like an ability that she just did here or that's a recall or something. But I think this is going to not change the game, but it's going to show really what they want to do with the MOBA, right? Really what they really want to do with Predecessor. And I think if they embrace the 3D aspect a lot more, if they make it so you can interact a lot more interestingly with the map and the game just generally feels better, I think that's going to be really, really nice. So I think this is not necessarily a make or break character for them, but this is what really matters now. And it matters a lot more than some people might think, right? Like, this hero could potentially be what keeps a lot of people interested in Predecessor, right? If an original hero tends to just not be as good, people will just assume that they cannot make good original characters, and people might just not be interested in that. And they would assume that could keep happening for original heroes, so they probably wouldn't stick for the ride. So this hero being correct is very, very important. All right, now I want to move to this picture here. This was tweeted by Predecessor yesterday, actually, and it showcases the new hero again, which looks like there's going to be a trailer for her. So, and the trailer actually, this picture looks really, really nice. So if they keep this kind of lighting, this kind of like angle and like art style, I'm really interested to see the trailer. Hopefully we'll get to see it very soon. But more importantly, we see what looks like 6 letters on the ring, and I have a little something else to show you guys about these 6 letters. So this is what I wanted to show you guys about those letters. They actually all have a meaning, or per se a translation for the letter they actually are in the English alphabet. Predecessor have their own alphabet, and what this actually translates to is Skylar. Of course, the first 3 letters being Sky makes me assume that, again, she has some sort of flying ability, so I'm very curious how they make a hero fly. If that is the case, it would be kind of a new mechanic, and I think it's a mechanic that is very much needed in a 3D MOBA. And we've kind of seen it a bit in Deadlock, where there's some heroes that can kind of like levitate or stuff like that. So I think that they need to experiment with stuff like this, and this is why I think like a hero like this is not really a make or break again, but it's a staple. It's an absolute staple to what the company can do. And if they nail this one, I think they're in a very good footing. But if they don't, I'm a little bit worried, to say the least. Next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is actually a new map. They are making a Halloween map for Predecessor. There's not really a trailer for it either, but what I assume is going to happen is that we're also going to get a small little trailer or a few more teasers about the map. Hopefully the map looks good, and if it doesn't, I hope there's an option for us to toggle the map off, because it could potentially ruin frames. I remember there being a Halloween map on other remakes where the frames were pretty bad, so people used to toggle it off. So that's very important for the community to have the option to toggle it off if you're getting low frames. And we all kind of know how Predecessor is with optimization, so a little bit worried, but the map looks really, really good here. And I think it's about time that we get a fresh new look at the game, even if it's temporarily for Halloween. Hopefully this also means that they will have one for Christmas as well. I think the Christmas one would look much, much better because I like the lighting a lot more when I remember the Christmas map from Paragon over the one for Halloween. But I think if they do this right, I think it's going to be really, really nice. Unfortunately, a little bit pixelated of an image, right? It's a bit pixelated, so we don't get all the details we want to see, but I'm glad they're finally doing something like this for sure. On to the last few things that I want to cover on this video. There is currently Twitch drops going on for Predecessor. You can get 4 different things. You can get a spray. You're gonna be able to get a icon, a profile icon. You're gonna be able to get a banner and a Belka skin, which honestly looks pretty decent. If you want to get these skins, go on Twitch and watch a few streams. It is very important for you guys to know, if you want to get these rewards, that the spray you can get from any channel you watch. Meanwhile, these premium ones that you see premium here is for, you can only get them if you watch streamers who are in the Content Creator Guild. There's not really a Content Creator Guild list of streamers who stream the game. When I do stream, I will have these premium rewards. I might be streaming either today or in the next week. It is definitely planned. I want to get a few streams in, so if you guys want to get the rewards, I'll probably be streaming so you guys can get them. General rule of thumb, the people with the most viewers will usually have the premium rewards, because there's a lot of people who are trying to get these, and you can only get them until October 1st, which is actually my birthday, coincidentally. But yeah, this is for the Twitch drops. And now let's quickly talk about something very important, that is the Nations League tournament. So recently there was a tournament for every different nation that wanted to play in a Predecessor Nations League tournament. The tournament did finish, but more importantly, what I want to showcase is that you can catch up on the games on YouTube. This is of course the VOD from Twitch that you're seeing right now on screen, but you can also go on their YouTube right here, Predecessor Nations League or Nations League Predecessor, and they are going to be uploading all the games here from the group stages and from the final day. And there's also a lot of interviews which are honestly pretty funny, and there's a lot more coming. The organizers have done a fantastic job on this tournament. It's actually probably one of my favorite tournaments that I've seen on Predecessor. So if you guys want to see some competitive Predecessor, I strongly recommend you guys watching these. I think this is a very, very great watch if you want to get into the Predecessor comp scene, or even if you just want to see a better level of Predecessor games. I definitely recommend these. I try my best to be as competitive as possible in my videos, but I recently took a step back from comp scene, and I still enjoy very much watching competitive Predecessor, and I think you guys would as well. So definitely give these guys a shot because I think they are doing a very fantastic job, guys. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to catch up on is actually about the community tab. I did put out a poll recently, kind of asking you guys what sort of role do you want the top 10 hidden mechanics part 4 to be about. A lot of you guys have already put your votes in, but if you haven't already, make sure to drop your vote in because it is pretty close right now with offlane and support. So get your votes in. I will definitely take this one into consideration when moving forward. I also have a lot more videos planned in mind, but that was it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit of a different video for Predecessor, where we kind of cover what's happening around Pred, because these next few months are very, very crucial, and there's also a lot to cover on. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for another Predecessor gameplay video. Peace out, gamers, and have a good one.